Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Big shout out to my folks, Charles and Connie. I appreciate the love. And guess where I am, people? Americans, where am I? I am somewhere flexing one of my favorite rights. That is the Second Amendment. Turner's outdoorsman. Bam, 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 bam. That's right. Let's get it going, people. Let's get this weapon so I can protect my family the best way I know how. I went home, or I was home. I was gonna leave, and my daughter says, "Daddy, you gonna come home with a gun today?" And I said, "Well, no, they have to wait at least 10 days and background check." She's like, "Really? I thought you would just go down there and show some paperwork and come home with it." Yes, honey, that would be nice. That should be the case, but we are trapped in communist California, so therefore you have a 10-day waiting period, what they call a cool down period. What the fuck ever. Bottom line, I've started the process. I took my test for my gun safety card. I only missed one question, and I must say it wasn't one of the dumb ones like, where's the safest way to point a firearm? Up at all times, down at all times, or in a safe area where we'll hurt no bystanders? I didn't miss any questions like that. It was kind of I think he told me which one it was. I don't remember the question, but it was kind of when is it not legal to carry your gun in public? Anyway, just missed one. They allow you 7. Thank God I didn't come close to that. I had one before, it expires, but I have a brand new one. Then I had to, I took the test, passed it, had to pay $15 to take that. All you haven't bought a gun yet, Californians, let me put you up on game. You pay $15 to take the test. After you take the test, you pay $10. I guess that's a $10 fee just for passing it. I don't know. Another $10, and then you go up to the front, you pick your weapon, and you put a down payment down. I selected, drum roll please, Glock 17. That's right. Glock 17, just under $600. So I put down a third of that as a down payment. And before I left, they let me know that if you don't pass the background check by the DOJ, the down payment is non-refundable. Thank you. Also in California, you can only buy one handgun every 30 days. So at 30 days after your background check cycle starts, then you can purchase another one. Rifles, shotguns, long weapons, buy as many of those as you want. You buy one every day if you can afford it. But for some dumb reason, with handguns, it takes longer. I know, it's dumb. I pay my taxes. I haven't committed any felonies. I should be allowed to buy whatever, whenever the fuck I want. But again, locked inside communist California, that is not allowed. But I'm happy to say I have started my process. And look at this. Got a passport in there. I got a vehicle registration, birth certificate. Shit. Am I buying a gun or a house? I don't know. I thought it was a gun, but that's a lot of paperwork there. I got it. I got everything I need. So they'll let me. And of course, right now, everybody and their mom is trying to buy a gun. So the DOJ is backed up. You don't know how many phone calls I heard them make while I was waiting, telling people the DOJ system is down right now and you can't pick up your gun. There's a big old stack, must have been this thick, of people who are supposed to come and pick up their weapons today, but unfortunately the DOJ system is having a bit of a hiccup, so they can't pick up their guns today. I hope that doesn't happen to me. It probably will, but it doesn't matter. The process has been started, so it doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as I get it. I've gone this long without one, so another week, couple weeks, a month, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get my shit. I'm going to have what I need to protect my family. And I was saying goodbye to my son, and he says, "Daddy, why are you getting a gun?" He's 4. And I said, "To protect my family." And he said, "Well, you don't have to protect me." I said, "I don't?" He's like, "No, I just put on my ninja suit." And I was like, "Hey, respect to you, sir, because I know if I was a criminal and I broke into a house or something and I see a 3.5-foot ninja standing there, I'm out. I'm going back out the same way I came in. I'm sorry to bother you, ninjas, sir. It won't happen again." So I guess, well, and it's good for me, less pressure for me. I only have family members to protect instead of 4. Apparently my son has that shit under control. I taught him well. I taught him well. I'm good. No, I'm all right. I'm good. People don't worry about it. But on a funnier, stupider, sadder kind of note, your boy, not mine, your boy, Bidenis Pervertis is back in the news again for a couple of reasons. I don't know. I couldn't find where this was. I think it's on some show called This Week. And I wish I could tell you what he was talking about, but Mushmouth strikes again. He's talking about our country's sakes and we can save the democracy and goats don't like soy sauce and chickens vote on Friday. What the fuck are you talking about, dog? No. He didn't say those last 2 statements, but it was just as fucking crazy. I mean, I've said before, I saw the interview 2018. He's talking to some other suited, crook-looking motherfuckers, and he's talking about how he dealt with the Ukraine, telling them, hey, I told him like this, I'm leaving in a few hours. You better get that prosecutor off my son's case or you're not getting your fucking money. And he goes, son of a bitch, guess what? They had him off the case before I left the Ukraine. And he was, shit. Tell these fools. Very confident, very shrewd. But then fast forward to 2019, he doesn't know what state he's in. He's calling people horse face, whatever the fuck he called that girl. And I was honestly like, hey, this is some bullshit. Because how do you go from that 2018 interview, very sharp, very crisp, very focused, to, what'd you say? Where's my granddaughter? Like, how does that happen? And at first I was like, man, this is some bullshit. No way. But I don't know. Time after time, his senility is shining through. I don't know what the fuck this dude's problem is. But if that's the best you have, if that's who you're pushing to the forefront to take on Trump in November, that's going to be tough. That's going to be real tough. Number 1, it's hard to beat the incumbent. And number 2, it's even harder when you can't remember where you put your keys or your pants. Now, another reason Bidenis Pervertis is in the news cycle is because of that. I told you, she got me kicked off of Twitter. So Alyssa Milano is my Carol Baskin. If you know who that is, you know who that is. She is my Carol Baskin. So this bitch is getting in a little bit of trouble because she's being called a hypocrite. Because first she comes out and says, believe all women, #MeToo, right? Believe the victims, no matter what. But her boy, Bidenis Pervertis, who she has been supporting, who she's been backing, who she's been allowing him to rest his dusty ball sack in the back of her throat. Like I said before, she's been on more dicks than foreskin. But she's in trouble because she said, well, Joe Biden's a good guy. I've known him for a long time. We got to just see this play out. We can't go after him like that. We don't want to throw away all these years of good service over one accusation. Whoa. Find your brakes and pump them, girl. You told us to believe everybody. The women, at least. You said believe all victims. #MeToo and all that other stupid shit. But now that you've gotten so deep in supporting Joe Biden, you don't want to backtrack and admit that you've been supporting a pervert too. Like I've said, like we all know, the great saying, you can't have your cake and fuck it too. So which one is it, dummy? You out-of-touch, mouth-breathing, retarded, Hollywood elitist piece of dog shit. And I apologize to any pieces of dog shit that might be watching. I know that's an insult to you. But which one is it? Because she's saying the same thing other people have said about people she may not agree with. You can't just throw away all these years of good service, all the good things they've done over one accusation. How about, hold on, earth-shattering, how about we don't believe any one of those fools until the evidence comes out? What? Yes, the evidence. That's who you believe. Forget believing all women or all this or all that. Believe all the evidence. As long as we do that, everything will be all right. But they can't help it. They got to jump on something. They got to be relevant. They got to show us normal, downtrodden, regular working class stiffs that they're connected, man. Shut the fuck up, Alyssa Milano. I was talking to my boy, and he was like, she should have kept her mouth shut, kept collecting those royalty checks from Charmed and Who's the Boss, and everything would have been fine. But now you're a hypocritical piece of shit. Bidenis Pervertis strikes again. Apparently, one of his staffers named Tara Reid said that he did some inappropriate things. I've even heard things go as far as rape allegations. What? And I don't know when these situations took place. I don't know when these accusations she's leveling against him had taken place. I don't know when it happened. But if it's another case of years have gone by until she said something, if that's the case, I'm going to view it with the usual skepticism that I view it with when there's a lot of time between what allegedly happened and when you reported it. Call me foolish, call me whatever you want. You know, you don't know, I know that, I get it, I haven't experienced it. But for something so bad, come on. Rape, sexual assault, that is fucking terrible. For something so bad, I don't understand why somebody would wait to say something. Now, I'm not talking about young people. I'm not talking about kids and teenagers and people who will be intimidated by somebody's authority or somebody's level of power or somebody's threats. I'm talking about adult to adult. That's what I mean. If something that horrible happens to you, fucking say something. You deserve help. You deserve somebody to go after the person who did this, and the person who did it deserves justice. Now, what they really deserve is to be lowered scrotum first into a wood chipper, but we can't have it like that for some strange reason. That's what they deserve. But what they're going to get is time in prison. So since that's the best we're willing to offer, since our laws are too pussified to really punish these fucking monsters, because you don't deserve 3 hots in a cot. You don't deserve access to educational material and TV and magazines and exercise time. You don't deserve that. Your victim deserves that. But they can't do that because they're scared to go to certain places. They're scared to go out in public because you made them that way. What these people deserve is to be murdered in the worst way possible. You know, boiling them, stretching them on the rack, drawing in quarters, you know, the good old days. But in order for them to get our version of punishment, you need to say something. So when they don't, and years have gone by, I always view that with a certain level of skepticism. But fuck all that. Believe the evidence. If the evidence says he did it, punish him. If the evidence says she lied, punish her. But too late now. Alyssa Milano tried to do her best backtrack. Didn't work. It never does. But people, I'm excited. I got the process started on my gun, on my protection for my family. I don't want to be out there. I don't want to hear a bump in the night and all I have is a Louisville or a samurai sword. I don't want that. I want to be able to rack something or cock something and step out into the darkness with confidence. And I will. I will keep you updated, but let me hop into the last day of my weekend. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. Also, Jericho Green, notification tones, fanatictones.com, link in the description box. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.